Hi, NA, Jason William Mitchiner Galbraith, greatest author of my generation, GAOMG. Just want to go over with you finding out that I'm descended from Robert the Bruce, King of the Scots, is one of the most amazing things to ever happen to me in my life. And if everybody wasn't so mean to me about being from Clan Galbraith, and that it's all from my maternal side, I never would have looked at all of my paternal side DNA and found out that I'm a direct descendant of Robert the Bruce, King of the Scots, and how closely I'm related to him. And to be able to just see it not only from my DNA, from my paternal to paternal side, but also from my paternal to maternal side, and being able to see the whole trip from Robert the Bruce, King of the Scots in Scotland, all the way to my Mitchiner ancestors in San Bernardino, California, to me here in LA today. It's mind blowing. And for me to be able to see that and trace it, it's even more powerful than just seeing the DNA. And to be able to see my ancestors that I've posted a lot about, like the walkers and the bogs, and to read about them, that they were both in my bogs ancestors, they're in Londonderry, and they were exiled to Londonderry from Scotland, and their names was John Livingston, and they changed it to the bogs because they were exiled there and to not be persecuted. And then it was Jane Walker. The Walkers were in Londonderry as well, and it was this guy George Walker that was the governor of Londonderry, and how much everything in history had to happen just right. If my Boggs ancestors weren't exiled to Ireland in Londonderry, and the Walkers weren't in Londonderry, I would never have been. I would not exist, and I would never be able to show my connection or be connected at all to my, ancestor Robert the Bruce, King of the Scots. And for me to see all of that and to write all about it, it's so powerful. I mean, I wrote. This is my third book of my trilogy, and it was the beginning of my first trilogy that I wrote. And I wrote my trilogies backwards. My first book I ever wrote is the very end of all of my trilogies, so I wrote it backwards, and this was my third one. And it was talking about, here is County Cork, Ireland, and I'm writing my book right now, and I mean the same thing. Where they're at is Ireland and County Cork, and I'm writing about the characters Alexander Walker and James Boggs that are really my ancestors in real life, with the chief Robert Galbraith, that left everything he had in Scotland in real life and ended up in Ireland. So for me to be able to write about my real ancestors and write about all of these things in history, that like Captain Kidd is from the Kingdom of Strathclyde, which my clan Galbraith is from the Kingdom of Strathclyde, and for me to write about all of these things before I even knew who I was, and then for me to find out who I am, and then to be able to write about them all and combine them all in my trilogies over 20 years. This is what I'm going to be remembered for the most in the literary world. One is taking on Goliath, Random House, all by myself, naked, alone, no publisher, literary agent, nobody marketing my books, editing my books, nothing, just all on my shoulders. And then being able to connect all of my books through reality of my ancestors and guiding me and doing all of this, it's blowing me away. This story is bigger than I even thought it was ever going to be, and I keep seeing things like I talk about it in other clips about being clairvoyant, and I see things from my ancestors that I read about that are just bigger than anything I could have imagined. And it's just something that I can see before anybody else can see. And like some people, they say like they prayed to their man-made god, or God told them or guided them. I have very real ancestors that existed in real life and that I've written about and I continue to write about in my books. And when I say, oh, my dead ancestors are like guiding me or show me things, people say that I'm crazy. Well, I think people that say that they pray to their man-made God and their man-made God guides them, I think they're crazy. My dead ancestors really existed. They really lived in Londonderry, and the walkers and the bogs, procreated, and they had eventually me. I exist. And we all came from the ancestor of, Robert the Bruce, King of the Scots. And for me to be able to show it on so many levels as well, it's like blown me away. Like this is everything that I did was on 3ancestry.com, 23andMe, and I did that big Y 500 on Family Tree DNA, and all of them confirmed my I'm a descendant of Robert the Bruce, King of the Scots, and how closely I'm descended to him. This is the breakdown from my paternal and maternal side that you can trace it. And then my paternal, you can see all of the DNA that I have. And this was even from 23andMe. This right here, this A431, that's Robert the Bruce's DNA. And then when I type in that A431 on Family Tree DNA, that is confirmed on 23andMe. Then again, it's confirmed on Family Tree DNA and on Ancestry.com. And you can see this is from the Family Tree DNA. That's my name right there. I'm Jason Mitchiner. Even though I'm not a Mitchiner, my surname from my paternal to paternal was lost throughout history, but it was a Bruce, and changed at some point in history. But you can see me and my relation to the Bruce, and my SNP that I'm related to him. And then this is from the 23andMe, that A431, and again with my confirmed relative, Robert the Bruce, is my A431 is confirmed again on 23andMe, Ancestry.com, and Family Tree DNA. And this is just amazing. One of the most amazing things, that the story is so much bigger than I ever thought it was going to be. And the fact that I'm writing it all and doing it all. And I'm at a point in my life now where I'm really just taking in all of my accomplishments that I've done in life. And to get me where I am today, it's been an amazing, things that I've done and accomplished, and, believed in myself when nobody else did, and only my dead ancestors, have guided me to where I am today and where I'm going tomorrow. So cheers, and I look forward to sharing everything else with you. And the finale of everything is when I go to Scotland and I bring my 10th book, my second trilogy, and arrive with that. And Scotland is a much bigger trip than any of the other trips. I'm just about to go travel the world, but Scotland is returning, coming home, and it's the finale of everything that I've done. So I hope you enjoyed 20 years, and you can see everything that I've gone through all on YouTube, all on my Instagram account, social media, everything that I've published. You can see every step of the way. You can see me finding out that I'm this closely related to Robert the Bruce, King of the Scots, and how I'm related to him, both on my paternal to paternal through my DNA, and my paternal to maternal. And you can actually see the trace from Scotland to San Bernardino, California to LA, where I am right now. And that is just amazing. It's just so much bigger than I ever thought it'd be. And it keeps getting bigger. So cheers.